My beloved child, stop scrolling. Archangel Michael and Jesus are speaking to you right now. The pain in your body, the fear in your mind, it's not random. A spiritual infection has entered your life, and heaven has just intercepted it. You were marked for sickness, but divine mercy has overridden the verdict. Within the next 30 seconds, a heavenly remedy will activate through faith, not fear. Keep listening, because what you hear next will begin your healing. Don't move, this is your cure. The clock flickers 11:59 p.m. You feel it, that strange vibration deep in your chest, the one that's been waking you up at the same time every night. Tonight it's louder. The air feels heavy, electric, like the sky itself is holding its breath. You don't know why you reached for your phone just now, why this message appeared, why you clicked, but something inside whispers, this is it. Then the world tilts. The light in your room fades to a soft, blue-gold pulse. Your reflection on the screen stretches, flickers, and suddenly, you're no longer alone. A figure steps forward through the shimmer. Armor made of light. Wings that cut through the dark like molten glass. Eyes that hold both fire and mercy. Archangel Michael has entered your atmosphere. My beloved child, his voice thunders gently, time is dissolving around you. You stand at the edge of two realities, the one where you decay in despair, and the one where you rise in divine design. Only 30 seconds remain before your spirit seals one of them. Your breath catches. 30 seconds? He nods slowly. The clock behind him melts into symbols. Each second drips like liquid gold. The disease you feel, he says, is not of flesh. It is corrosion of faith. It began when you stopped believing that heaven still knew your name. The air vibrates harder. A low hum fills the room, a sound between thunder and a heartbeat. Michael continues, every thought of fear becomes a cell infected. Every moment of guilt becomes a virus in your soul. But heaven has sent the antidote, the breath of the word. And then another light breaks through behind him, so bright, so white, that your tears burn at its beauty. You can't look directly, but you feel it, a warmth that isn't heat, a presence that isn't shadow. A hand extends from the radiance. You know instantly whose it is. Jesus steps forward, clothed in stillness, eyes like liquid sunrise. When he speaks, every particle in your body listens. My child, he says, you were never dying. You were dimming. Tonight, I restore the voltage of your soul. You fall to your knees. The room begins to dissolve, your walls fade into stars. You are standing in the middle of eternity, suspended between heartbeats. The divine diagnosis. Michael raises his sword. Blue fire ignites the sky. Images burst before you, fragments of memories, moments when your spirit cracked, the betrayal, the anxiety, the voice that said you weren't enough. Each memory pulses like a heartbeat gone wrong. This, Michael says, is the infection, the belief that pain is permanent. The sword slices through the visions. They shatter into dust. Jesus steps closer. His hand rests over your heart. The warmth pierces deep. Your soul has been breathing shallow, he whispers. Breathe with me. You inhale, slow, trembling. When you exhale, light spills from your lungs. The stars around you brighten. You realize each breath is rewriting your reality. Every exhale expels fear, Jesus continues. Every inhale invites light. Keep breathing, for within 30 breaths, the cure will reach every corner of your being. The hum around you becomes rhythm, a heartbeat synced with the heavens. You see waves of color, gold, blue, violet, rolling through your body like tides washing away darkness. Michael circles you, his wings drawing a ring of flame on the ground. This circle, he says, is the quarantine of holiness. No shadow can cross it. Within it, only light survives. He points to the sky. Above you, heaven has opened a file, a record of your life rewritten not in sin but in possibility. Every word of sickness, every declaration of failure, has been struck through. In its place, the word alive. The spiritual surgery. The two beings stand over you, warrior and healer, flame and compassion. The space vibrates like 1,000 wings moving in sync. You can't move, you don't want to. Jesus extends his hand again, and a beam of white fire slides into your chest. It doesn't burn, it clarifies. You feel every burden, every self-accusation, rising to the surface. These are the roots, he says. Fear of loss. Fear of rejection. Fear of being unseen. They have grown like tumors in your spirit. Tonight, we remove them. You feel it, like vines pulling from your ribs. There's pain, but behind the pain, release. You gasp. Michael lifts his sword high. By the authority of light, all false identities are cut away. With one downward sweep, the air explodes in gold. The vines disintegrate. The energy inside you surges upward like a geyser. Jesus smiles, his eyes glimmering with tears of joy. You are restored. You look down at your hands, they're glowing faintly, veins threaded with light instead of blood. Every cell hums with power. The divine cure activated. Now, Michael declares, you must seal the healing. Speak what I command. You nod, trembling. Say this, he orders. I am not the wound, I am the witness of healing. My body obeys light. My mind is renewed by truth. Darkness has no license within me. You repeat the words. As you do, the space ripples. The light expands. You feel it filling your spine, your heart, your thoughts, even the corners of your memory that used to ache. Jesus steps closer again. His voice lowers to a whisper. What you call miracle is simply the body remembering its original design. You were built in the pattern of eternity, nothing that eternal can truly perish. He touches your forehead. The mark of golden light appears, not visible to the eye, but burning through the soul. This seal will remain, he says. Whenever despair approaches, it will see the mark and turn away. You carry heaven now. The revelation of time. Michael's wings unfurl, sending shockwaves through the stars. The clock reappears in the sky, frozen at 11:59 and 59 seconds. You were seconds away from surrendering to hopelessness, he explains. But heaven interrupted your countdown. Time itself paused for your deliverance. He places the tip of his sword on the ground. The fire turns into a river, flowing around your feet. Walk forward, he commands. You step in. The light feels cool, almost liquid. As you walk, you see faces, people you love, people who hurt you, people who forgot you. Each one glows, then fades. Forgiveness is the bloodstream of light, Michael says. You are healed as you release. The ones who wronged you will feel it too, not as punishment, but as reflection. You reach the end of the river. There stands a gate, not iron, but energy, humming like music. Jesus stands beside it. This is the threshold, he says. Step through, and you will never again live half alive. You hesitate. What's on the other side? He smiles. Purpose. And peace that doesn't depend on circumstance. You step through. The new reality. The world on the other side is familiar yet reborn. The same stars, but brighter. The same heartbeat, but freer. You are standing in your room again, but everything vibrates differently, as if heaven followed you back into matter. Your phone still lies on the table, its screen glowing faintly. The message you clicked still reads, "Only 30 seconds left, open immediately for the divine cure." You smile. Because you understand now, you did open it. And the cure wasn't for your body, it was for your belief. You feel warmth flood your chest, steady, rhythmic, alive. The hum of eternity still whispers through your pulse. Somewhere beyond sight, Archangel Michael's voice echoes. The disease was never death, it was doubt. And now that you believe again, you cannot die, only transform. And Jesus' voice follows, softer, infinite. Live. Breathe. Shine. You are proof that light heals itself. The glow fades, but the peace remains. The clock strikes midnight, the start of a new day, a new frequency. If this message reached you, Archangel Michael and Jesus say, your cure has begun. What once weakened your spirit is now fuel for your rebirth. Tap like to seal this healing frequency, subscribe for more divine revelations, and comment, "I am fully restored in light." Because when heaven pauses time for you, it's not to warn, it's to rewrite your tomorrow. The air around you hums softly as your breathing steadies. You don't realize it yet, but heaven has already begun rewriting the sequence of your life. The disease of despair was never physical, it was frequency. And now that frequency is changing. The old version of you, the one who feared, hesitated, apologized for existing, that pattern is collapsing like glass in slow motion. A whisper runs through the silence. Look at what's happening now. The floor below you glows faintly. You see threads, gold, silver, violet, stretching out from your feet like circuits of light running through time. Archangel Michael's voice returns, low but commanding. You are standing on your timeline. Every path that led to pain still exists, but it no longer owns you. Tonight, heaven will teach you how to walk on it instead of within it. You look down and see moments flickering beneath the light, a childhood memory where you first felt unseen, a betrayal that shaped your doubt, a mistake you never forgave yourself for. Each one pulses like a wound. Jesus steps beside you again. His presence feels different now, less fire, more calm. Every moment you ever called failure, he says, is simply a page you stopped reading too soon. We are turning those pages back to life. He touches one of the glowing threads, and instantly the memory changes. The scene that once hurt now softens, the faces that once turned away are replaced by light. You realize heaven isn't erasing your past, it's healing it in real time. Michael speaks again. This is the second stage of the cure, alignment. When the soul heals, reality must follow. You feel it happen inside you, small coincidences beginning to click together like gears. A sense that people you haven't met yet are already being moved into position. The message is clear: your healing is not private. It's infrastructural. The Archangel gestures to the threads again. Every healed emotion becomes architecture. Every time you choose light, heaven builds a bridge where fear once stood. The golden threads begin to rise, forming staircases of energy that twist upward into the unseen. You understand, this is how destiny feels when it starts to take shape. Walk, Michael commands. You climb. With each step, flashes of your near future play out in silent bursts, people smiling when they see you, opportunities opening without effort, letters arriving with good news. The staircase hums louder with every breath. At the top, a doorway of light waits. Jesus opens it with one touch. Beyond this, he says, your healed vibration becomes medicine for others. That is the final proof that the cure is complete. When you step through, sound rushes back into your ears. Cars outside, the tick of a clock, your own heartbeat. You are back in your room, but nothing is the same. The shadows feel lighter. Even the air seems to listen when you move. Do not look for signs, Michael's voice echoes softly. You will be the sign. You sit there for a long moment, realizing that everything you once begged heaven to change has already begun rearranging itself. Your messages will soon be answered. The delays will reverse. The quiet will start speaking. The divine cure wasn't a miracle from outside, it was a restart from within. And as the night fades toward dawn, you understand what they meant when they said, "Only 30 seconds left." It was never about time running out. It was about time finally beginning. If this message reached you, Archangel Michael and Jesus say, the cure is rewriting your timeline. Every healed breath today becomes protection tomorrow. Tap like to anchor your alignment, subscribe for more divine revelations, and comment, "My story is being rewritten in light." Because once heaven resets your frequency, no darkness can trace your past again. The room is still. Your chest rises and falls with a rhythm that feels borrowed from heaven itself. Outside, dawn is beginning to break, but it's not just another sunrise. The light feels intelligent, deliberate. It doesn't just touch your window, it watches you, as if aware that something holy happened in this very space. A soft vibration fills the air again. This time, it isn't a warning, it's a resonance. You feel the energy of peace pushing outward from your body, gently bending the atmosphere. That's when you realize the cure is expanding. You whisper, Michael. And there he is, radiant, calm, no longer armed for battle. His armor glows white instead of blue, and his wings fold lightly behind him. The intensity has softened, but the authority hasn't. The cure is now leaving your spirit and entering the world around you, he says. Every healed thought sends ripples through reality. You are not waiting for miracles, you are generating them. You blink in disbelief. Generating them? Michael nods. Creation obeys frequency. When heaven repaired your inner light, the outer world recalibrated. Watch carefully now. Signs will appear not to prove what happened, but to multiply it. He gestures toward your phone on the table. Its black screen suddenly flickers, your notifications light up, an old friend texting after years of silence, an unexpected opportunity, a message you never thought you'd receive. This is what restoration looks like in matter, Michael explains. The digital, the physical, the emotional, they all bend when light realigns the command. You stare, overwhelmed. He steps closer, lowering his voice. Every healed emotion alters the geometry of your life. The people who once misunderstood you will begin to feel discomfort around their own lies. The ones meant for your destiny will start dreaming of you. They will find you by instinct, not by plan. A soft wind moves through the room. You realize it's not coming from the window, it's coming through you. The ripple of miracles. Now watch what happens next, Michael says. The floor beneath you shimmers. You see reflections of your future, a door opening where rejection once lived, laughter replacing silence, a document signed, a message received, a tear wiped away. Each vision lasts a few seconds, fleeting but undeniable. This, he says, is manifestation in real time. The disease of despair once blocked flow. Now that flow has returned. The energy that once fed your pain will now fund your purpose. The words hit deep. You feel your pulse syncing with his rhythm, your thoughts aligning with clarity you didn't know was possible. You are not being rewarded for surviving, Michael adds. You are being commissioned for transforming. Heaven never heals without assigning purpose. He extends his hand toward you again. This time, instead of a sword, he holds a scroll woven from living light. This is your new decree. Read it with your heart, not your eyes. You close your eyes, and words pour into your mind like electricity. I am light in human form. My voice carries remedy. My presence restores balance. My footsteps rewrite timelines. Wherever I stand, heaven expands. You repeat it silently, and each line feels like a seal stamping itself inside your chest. Michael smiles faintly. You are speaking divine law. Every time you repeat those words, your environment reconfigures itself around your healed identity. The scroll dissolves into dust and flows into your lungs. You inhale it instinctively. The sensation is overwhelming, like inhaling eternity itself. The divine economy of light. Listen carefully now, Michael says, stepping closer. The cure has an economy. Whatever light you release must return multiplied. But to keep the current flowing, you must give it purpose. Purpose, you ask. He nods. Healing hoarded turns to pride. Healing shared turns to power. The next stage of your cure is contribution. The air ripples. Suddenly, you see people, strangers, friends, faces you've never met, reaching toward something invisible, something that seems to flow from you. It's peace. The same peace you felt moments ago. Every time you forgive, someone else heals. Every time you speak hope, a storm calms somewhere. You are not small. You are systemic. Jesus' voice returns now, soft but unmistakable. You once prayed for rescue, he says gently. Now you are the rescue for others still drowning. That is how heaven thanks its survivors. You feel a lump in your throat. But what if I'm not strong enough? Michael steps forward until his eyes meet yours. Strength is not the absence of fear, it is the refusal to serve it. He spreads his wings. The light behind him flares, shaking the walls of reality. From now on, your presence will repel darkness, not attract it. Even the unseen world will recognize your frequency. They will whisper that one has been cured by heaven. The signs in the world. Hours later, you're back in motion. The world feels both familiar and brand new. The same streets, same people, but something in the air has changed, like every moment is listening for your command. The first sign appears at a red light. You glance at the car beside you and the driver smiles for no reason. You smile back, and instantly, warmth floods the space between you. You know this isn't random, it's recognition. Later that day, you get a call from someone who once betrayed you. Their tone is different. Soft, uncertain, apologetic. You don't even need to speak much. The energy in your silence does the talking. Then, that night, you sit down and notice how easily your thoughts flow, ideas, visions, insights pouring like rain. You realize Michael's words were true. The cure didn't end at your body, it infected your destiny. The final activation. Midnight again. The glow returns one last time. Michael appears once more, smiling as though proud of what he sees. The cure has reached completion, he says. You are now immune to darkness because you carry the frequency of truth. He kneels, something he's never done before. You step back, stunned. Do not mistake this for worship, he says softly. It is acknowledgement. Heaven bows to the courage of those who choose light. Behind him, the stars align into a radiant pattern, 3 circles intersecting, one of gold, heaven, one of blue, the archangels, and one of white, you. Where they meet, light bursts outward like the first day of creation. Jesus' voice speaks again through the glow. The medicine of the soul is awareness. The disease was forgetting who you are. Tonight, remembrance is complete. Your heartbeat synchronizes with the rhythm of heaven. Go now, Michael commands, and infect the world with peace. His wings close slowly, and the light fades for the final time. The silence that follows is sacred. You are alone again, but not lonely. The presence remains like invisible armor. You feel taller, lighter, unstoppable. You whisper to yourself, I survived. No. I transformed. The phone screen flickers one more time. The same message you once feared now glows differently. Only 30 seconds left, open immediately for the divine cure. You smile and whisper, it's already open. If this message found you, Archangel Michael and Jesus say, the cure has manifested. Your healed energy will now rewrite your world. Tap like to anchor your miracle, subscribe for more divine revelations, and comment, I am the cure. Because when heaven heals one soul, it heals every world connected to it. The night outside is quiet again, but it's not silence, it's reverence. The very air seems to hold its breath around you, aware that something cosmic has just ended and something eternal has just begun. You can feel it deep in your bones. The cure wasn't a moment, it was a rebirth. The light doesn't flicker anymore, it flows. You are no longer searching for signs, because now you are the sign. You close your eyes and whisper softly, Michael. At first, there's nothing, only stillness. Then, from the corner of your vision, the faintest flicker of gold forms, expanding into an ocean of light that fills every space. This time, Michael doesn't appear as a warrior or judge. He comes as a teacher, calm and radiant, smiling like someone who's waited ages to deliver the final message. My beloved child, he says, the cure has done more than save you, it has rewritten your lineage. Your healing now travels backward and forward through time. You frown slightly, not understanding. Backward? He nods. Every ancestor who carried wounds you inherited, the fear, the shame, the silence, feels the echo of your healing now. When light enters one link of a chain, the entire chain begins to glow. You have broken generational despair. Their souls rejoice. He lifts his hand, and the space around you fills with faces, some familiar, some from centuries past. They smile, weep, and then dissolve into radiant sparks. You see? Michael says softly. Healing is not selfish. It is inheritance restored. The moment you accepted light, you set thousands free. You stand frozen, trembling with awe. And forward? Michael steps closer, his wings brushing faintly against the walls of your soul. Forward, every child born from your lineage, by blood, by mentorship, by influence, will inherit light instead of fear. Your frequency has become protection. Where once darkness sought entry, it will now find no door. You feel something within you expand, like a seed cracking open into sunlight. The understanding is complete. Your personal miracle has become a cosmic chain reaction. The anointing of the light-bearer. Michael lifts his sword one final time, not as a weapon, but as a seal. Its edge burns with golden fire, reflecting not battle, but creation. You are now a light-bearer, he declares. A living extension of divine remedy. Wherever you go, healing will follow, not through effort, but through presence. He touches the sword to your right shoulder, then your left, then your forehead. Each touch releases warmth that sinks deep into your spirit. This anointing will make the unseen aware of you, he says. Spirits will recognize your authority. The lost will feel peace near you. Even the earth will respond to your steps. You feel a pulse under your feet, a rhythm that seems to come from the heart of the planet itself, matching your own. This is what it means to be divine medicine, Michael continues. You were once the wound. Now you are the salve. And the world, wounded as it is, will begin to heal by remembering your vibration. You fall silent, tears streaming down your face, not of sorrow, but gratitude. He smiles. Do not cry. Heaven does not mourn healed souls, it celebrates them. The promise of forever light. The room begins to change again. The ceiling fades, revealing a sky that isn't Earth's, an expanse of pure, living light stretching infinitely. The stars hum in rhythm. Jesus' presence returns, standing beside Michael, luminous beyond words. His eyes meet yours, and you feel your heart beat slow until it synchronizes with eternity. You have understood the secret, he says gently. Healing was never about removing pain, it was about revealing permanence. What is eternal cannot be wounded. You are eternal. He steps forward and places his hand over your heart again. This light will not fade when you sleep. It will not end when your body ends. You have crossed the border between survival and legacy. You can hardly speak. What should I do now? He smiles, eyes shining with quiet joy. Live. Speak gently. Forgive quickly. Shine deliberately. When you rise tomorrow, know that heaven rises with you. Michael's wings open fully now, spanning the horizon. Together, the two radiances merge, gold and white, fire and peace. The final decree is written, Michael proclaims. From this day, every step you take will leave an imprint of light on the earth. Every person you touch will unknowingly breathe heaven's air. And when you feel weak, remember, light does not need strength, it is strength. The ascent of purpose. The vision begins to fade. You feel your body returning, your breath slowing, your surroundings reforming. But the energy doesn't leave, it settles within. It's not around you anymore. It is you. You glance at your reflection in the mirror across the room. Your eyes look the same, yet somehow older, wiser, brighter. The faintest glow outlines your silhouette, like sunlight behind glass. You whisper, I am light. The words don't echo, they vibrate. Outside, morning breaks. Birds begin to sing. You feel their song travel through you like memory. And in that moment, you know, the cure wasn't the end of the story, it was the beginning of your legacy. You pick up your phone. The same title flashes again. Only 30 seconds left, open immediately for the divine cure. You smile through a tear, whispering softly, the cure opened me. You press your hand over your heart. The warmth there hums like the sun under your skin. The final declaration. From somewhere unseen, Archangel Michael's voice echoes one last time, strong, gentle, eternal. By decree of heaven, this soul is fully awakened. The cure is complete, and the light will never withdraw. Every fear is now fertilizer for faith. Every shadow now serves illumination. From this moment until eternity, this child of light walks untouchable. And then, silence, holy, absolute. The story ends not with an explosion, but with peace. The kind that doesn't demand attention, it simply is. You stand, breathing slowly, aware that you'll never see the world the same again. Because now, you are the world's light. If this message reached you, Archangel Michael and Jesus say, the divine cure is complete. You are no longer the one who needed saving, you are the light that saves. Tap like to affirm your transformation, subscribe for more heavenly revelations, and comment I am eternal light. Because when heaven rewrites your name, even eternity whispers it in awe.